Well, you have been noticing that anytime you apply these principles, it seems that there is always something that is fighting you. It's not the village people. Do you know what is happening? Here you are again. It's a new year, and you have already started to apply those principles that you learned from that conference you went to that you paid over $5,000. And you are also still being inspired by that your favorite author whose stories kind of fascinate you, so you want to apply his same principles of success in his career, his business. Well, you have been noticing that anytime you apply these principles, it seems that there is always something that is fighting you. It's not the village people. Do you know what is happening? That principle might not be what is in line with your own life strategy. Do you even realize that there is something called a divine blueprint, and in that divine blueprint contains your own life strategy, and there are up to 6 different life strategies that applies to the different kinds of human beings that God created. Now, let me just break this in a nutshell. So you said where you have the natural elements, where you have fire, where you have earth, where you have wind, where you have water. It's the same way, it's that kind of mode in which God created each and every one of us. So some of us have that fire essence, some of us have that earth essence, some of us have the water essence, while some of us have wind essence. Now, the principles that apply to people who have fire essence are the ones that people are always used to. They want to go for it, go and do this, go and do this, go and do that. But unfortunately, these people make less than 10% of our population. And that is why when many people try to do the same things that motivational speakers and preachers are asking them to do, they find out that they fumble. But in a few minutes, I want to share one particular principle that actually works and applies to many of us, even though if you want to really know what your own is, book a session and I'll be more than willing to tell you what your particular life strategy is. So there is life strategy that is called the weight to respond, and these are the people who are made in the mode of the earth essence. Now, if you look at earth, for instance, earth only responds when you put a seed into the ground. It can only grow when rain has been applied, water has been applied, and sun has been applied. What this means is that people who are made in this mode, no matter how motivated you feel, any idea that comes from within you that is not you responding to an external request or an external force outside of yourself, chances are that you are going to struggle. A very good example is the guy called Joseph. This guy was fantastic, creative like many of us, full of dreams. But you realize that anytime he was always talking about his dreams and trying to follow his dreams, he got into trouble. In fact, he got into a pit. He got to a point where his brothers wanted to kill him because that is against his life strategy. And look at what happened. Not until he now started responding to other people's requests, which is a response. He's waiting to respond to something that resonates deep within himself. When he now started helping other people interpret their dreams, that's when his own dream became a reality. So in that your career, in that your business, in that your family, maybe this is your own principle and you have been using other principles that have not worked. Now, if you want to know what your own is exactly, just book a session with me and I'll be more than willing to share with you your divine blueprint, your divine destiny code, your personality. I'll be able to reveal to you the best way in which you make your decisions. I'll also be able to reveal to you the ordained businesses and careers where you are supposed to be able to flourish this year. So just book a session with me and we'll take it up from there. Until I see you again, waiting to share another principle with you, I am Toby Ali, your spiritual guide. It was great connecting with you. I'm rooting for your success this year.